Fight against Ebola is front and center in our area tonight.
Test results could come at any minute now for a child rushed to the hospital with possible symptoms. The nurse quarantined in Newark is heading home, and the debate rages over why she was there in the first place.
We have team coverage as Ebola hits home. Let's start with CBS 2's Christine Sloan.
No matter what you do, there will be critics, and you don't worry about that. You worry about doing what's right for the people you represent.
Governor Chris Christie continued to defend his decision to quarantine nurse Casey Hickox, who flew into Newark's airport after treating Ebola patients in Sierra Leone, even though she tested negative for Ebola at the hospital.
I think this is an extreme that is really unacceptable, and I feel like my basic human rights have been violated.
That was Hickox speaking from a tent at University Hospital before being whisked away to Maine after spending nearly 4 days in isolation in New Jersey. The 33-year-old nurse left University Hospital in a black SUV about 1 o'clock this afternoon with no police escort. The nurse had been placed in quarantine because health officials said she had a high temperature during screening, but she blamed that on being flushed and called her hospital conditions deplorable. A makeshift toilet with no shower. She blasted Christie.
If he knew anything about Ebola, he would know that asymptomatic people are not infectious.
Our preference always is to have people quarantine in their homes. Now, in this instance, it wasn't possible.
New Jersey and New York enacted their own Ebola guidelines, more strict than those advised by the CDC. If a person arriving from West Africa has symptoms of the virus, he or she will be transported in protective gear to a designated hospital. If a person has direct contact with Ebola but has no symptoms, that person will be under a 21-day home quarantine. At University Hospital, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
A hospital spokesperson also tells CBS 2 News that the nurse's living conditions in the tent were adequate. Hickox will quarantine herself at home in Maine for 21 days.